Thanks for joining us trackside once again, race fans here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, Swift MotorSports airs iRacing Paints. Xfinity Series fires things off for race number 4. Here in season number 6, drivers are going to put their skills to the test back on a high-speed track here at Nashville Super Speedway. Not your typical style of super speedway racing. Track temperature pretty hot here tonight for the premier racing setup pole award session. 86 degrees trackside, light, a little breeze down the backstretch. All the fans begin to fill the seats in the stands. Qualifying just about halfway done, so we'll bring you some of those qualifying times. But first, how you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV land, race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, David the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. Speaking of trackside, let's bring you those qualifying times sitting top of the speed charts. Quick time here in qualifying belongs to the number 30 Toyota Supra. Justin Gann going to take the top spot with a 30:58. Strike that, because Bailey Dutton says I'll have none of that. He's going to lay down a 30:49 and take the fast time now as the final few seconds begin to tick off the stopwatch. Just about a minute and a half remaining in qualifying. Only 2 drivers left to go. Let the music marinate as we are just 20 miles northeast of the country music capital of the world, here in Lebanon, Tennessee at Nashville Super Speedway. Track pretty new, was built back in 2001. The who's who have won here at Nashville. Who's going to take it tonight? Will anybody put a stop to the run that Bailey Dutton has had in these first 3 weeks, going to victory lane 2 times already this season? Teammate Todd Cray, you can see him highlighted in that turn 3 yard, sitting 6th on the timing and scoring charts. He's the only other driver to get to victory lane. So will we see the dynamic duo do it again? Or will we see another fresh face into victory lane? We're going to find out in just a few short moments, but first, we'll step away for a brief commercial break. Head trackside for your national anthem, so don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back live from Nashville Super Speedway.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
And back trackside as drivers begin to roll. We'll get set to get underway here tonight. But first, your starting lineup right here from Nashville Superspeedway. Walking away with the Premier Racing Center pole award. The number 26 machine of Bailey Dutton will bring us to the green flag. The 30 of Justin Gann just to his outside. Kevin Burrows and Anthony Keys back in row 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 01 of Cody Sleeper, followed by the 22 of Todd Craig. Jerry Compton III and Logan Romney make up row 4. Row number 5, the Cuban Missile Rocket. Roy Fernandez in the 14 of Dave Seats. John Lewis and Jason Branch back in row 6. 14 on back. You can see him there. Brandon Free's going to try to come from the rear. Pace car in. We're going to get started quickly here tonight at Nashville into the restart zone for the first time. And green flag flies here from Nashville. Step away quickly here at the end of lap number 1, already opening up a half a second advantage. Justin Gann has got all sorts of company all over his rear deck with Anthony Keys, Kevin Burrows still right here in touch. Drivers jockeying for position, washing up the racetrack a little bit as the 7 this time from Burrows going to have to take some evasive moves, walk up the racetrack just a little bit. The field single file, a lot of drivers hunting the bottom of the racetrack, running inside of your top 5 on the high side. Here's the 10th through the majority of the field. We'll take a look right here. You can see the 12 of Logan McNeil in front of the 14 of Dave Seats. John Wimbish into the 56. Looking to try to get that boundary machine a little closer to the front of the field. The radio acceleration to the right. 28 machine of Jason Branch, the fast Ford Mustang. Oh, Kevin Burrows is going to go around. Burrows with an issue. In the grass on the front stretch. We're going to stay green flag here. Kevin Burrows with a bit of a moment. Let's go check the replay real quick. The Simbox replay. There it is. Contact. Going to come down across the nose of the 01. Into the grass. A long slide for Burrows. Minimal damage, so we'll keep it heading in the right direction. We'll go back with race leader Bailey Dutton at the front. Back across the line. Lap number 5 on the board. We'll drop the time need scoring, let you find and follow along with your favorite driver here tonight, but already some trouble early for that 23. Jump around the track just a little bit. Let's go back to the battle here with the number 12 machine, Logan McNeil in position. Just in front. You see that black rifle company, number 3 machine. Cruising his way to the front, the Cuban Missile Rocket. Looking to find a little more speed here. Fernandez just barely inside of the top 10. Key positions now into 7th, so heading in the right direction. Still very early here, but Fernandez, those drivers that will be around by the end of the night. Checking out early at the front of the field, Bailey Dutton insurance. 7.5 advantage over Justin Gann. Anthony Keys, Todd Craig to move into 4th and Logan now into 5th. Third going Fernandez and Logan McNeil all in a line here, cruising along. Dave Seats with John Wimbish in tow, looking for a position. Wimbish will round out the top 10. Ahead here tonight in the country time, 1:25 live from Nashville Super Speedway. You're watching the Racing Paints Xfinity Series. Let's go back here. Let's keep it a little further back, guys. Can we keep it 2 or 3 cars back? Let's take a look right here. Jason Branch, he's tried to make a move 2 or 3 times here in the past 4 laps. Trying to just make a move somehow to get by John Wimbish. Not going to be able to. Wimbish going to test his luck now. Look, the Catfish 3 and 4. Last cloudy day, track temperature still up there above 100 degrees. Driver's going to be searching for the grip all race long. You see Wimbish had the run, just cannot complete the pass. The 12 of Logan McNeil running right inside lane. That's not going to help the efforts at a Wimbish, the 14, a little tight there. Corner exit. So it's going to have to tiptoe through the tulips here. The top side of the racetrack. Got to keep it out of that outside wall. Cody Sleeper looking to put his Camaro up into the mix. He's creeping along into the 11th position now. Side-by-side action here around the 17 of Tommy Haynes looking to take a position away from Branch. Now these 6-7 drivers, they've been switching and swapping positions. A little bit of a leapfrog action going here just outside of your top 10. Meanwhile, at the front, not much to talk about for your pole sitter here tonight. Your race leader, he's led all 12 laps. In the back, out to almost a 2-second advantage. Little battle here for second and third. Let's take a look right here. Dan, Gray, Keith lined up nose to tail. Gray going to take that third and final podium position away from Anthony Keys. Not too far back, you can see right there, Logan Romney and Jerry Cochran just kind of hanging on, creeping into the picture, trying to keep themselves relevant in the mix. Will Fernandez, kind of a man to no man's land. They're running in that 7th position for the moment. We still got battles going on in the back. Let's go back here once again. This bit of a hornet's nest going on. We don't need to kick it to rile it up. You can see them already. Still side by side here, 14 laps in to the start of tonight's country time. 125 brought to you by S.A. Racing Paints. It's close racing action off of 2. And John Wimbish was able to clear these 5 drivers, step away a little bit, but he hasn't been able to do much of anything with the 14 of Dave's seats. Both of those drivers were all grouped up here with this pack that we were watching on screen. They've been able to step away. They've been able to separate themselves, but also creating a little bit of distance for himself. Dave seats comfortably now into that 8th position, still searching for a little more. Here tonight from Nashville Super Speedway, race number 4, well and underway. Race leader Bailey Tuck. We're going to continue to jump around the track from time to time, trying to bring you each and every battle that we can out there. How about that in between that green and freeze? Haven't really talked much about freeze here tonight, but already up 6 positions behind the wheel of his Toyota Supra. Would claw his way inside of the top 10. Biggest movement of the race so far, so that Supra does have some pace. We'll see if it can maintain over the long run. about a 1-second drop off on the scoring charts already. Only 19 laps into a green flag run, we're seeing a second fall off on these tires. That's something these crew chiefs, and again, I know I say it all the time when I say it's early to start thinking strategy, but when we've seen races unfold this season that, almost into the outside wall there for Breeze, that have to determine a fuel strategy, tire strategy, it's never too early. Let's take a look, try to get a little bit of insight as we're already saying, Breeze leading 1 second on the times. Handful of drivers, Logan Bowman, he's only dropped off 8 tenths. So how hard is that 26 of Bailey Hutton pushing out there in that clean air? I would expect him to back it down a little bit. Right? You got that 1.5, advantage. You're good. You can afford to have a slip up and not give up the race lead, but it also keeps you able to save a little bit of those tires, save a little bit of that fuel, roll out of the run a little bit earlier, stretch this first run if you can. But the second fall off on the tires, yes, the undercut, the short pit is going to be massive. But on the back, you can have a handful of lap fresher tires, the entire stint. If you're going to do well, better benefited. Better benefit? Can somebody check that grammar on that though? Just, that sounds 100% wrong. Better benefit. So we'll start rambling incoherently, get back to some of the things that track chasing range. Dave sees continue to go back to one. You can see all the drivers there. Limbish falling just a little bit more. This machine has had a handful of troubles over the past 7 to 8 laps. See him right there, that valley. As we watch Cody Sleeper look to the inside. That's going to be for that final position inside of the top 10. This is your closest battle on the track, so we're going to stick right here for just a handful of moments. We'll head up to the front. If things get any more closer between Todd Cray and Justin Gann. Luckily, he's right there all over the tail end of Todd Cray, but I would expect those two to switch those positions a handful of times here. We'll take a little look. Just a handful of minutes. But for the moment, even right here is we've got a 4-car battle. 2 groups of 2 going at it. We got a 3-car battle going on behind them. How about this little 3? On the screen. Gary May, Casey Duncan, all right here with each other. Logan McNeil trying to run down John Wimbish. Remember, the 11 serve pro machine was really close. Wimbish almost into the outside wall. John Wimbish almost into the outside wall. He's going to drop another 1, if not 2 to 3 positions here. Trying to minimize the fall now. Dropping like late in this run. We're going to follow up last week's podium performance with another solid finish. John Wimbish struggling here as we are under 100 laps remaining in tonight's country time. A 1:25 live here from Nashville Super Speedway. Big shout out. I want to give a huge shout out. We haven't had a chance and opportunity to shout them out. We have here tonight Big shout out to our race control and admins, our race officials here from Swift MotorSports, Tom Killer and Andy Starcher, going to keep all of these drivers straight and keep them walking a tight line here. Shout out to both those generations down the hall here in the production booth, or down the hall from the production booth, I should say. So with the battle dissipating just a little bit back here, we're going to head back to Cody Sleep. The Detroit Gaskets MGM Brakes. One machine. Trying to walk away from Freeze, Seats, and Haynes. Jason Branch, man, all alone. About a second and a half out front of Sleeper. About 2 seconds back from Bruno Fernandez. As you can see right here, this is US Sleeper. He's going to make it the last time breaking the time, but he's going to have to put a little more up in a spin. He's race lead. Continuing to move to the front of the field. Let's go right here for a handful of laps. Let's watch as Luis Fernandez tries to take the position away from Logan Braun. You can see now Fernandez looking to get to the inside. He's going to do so. Get to the inside. Let's take a little look here. Guys, we're going to need to switch cameras. Let's get off there. You'll appreciate it. We were trying to show that pass from the rear, but didn't quite pan out, so we're going to go back to the trackside camera, show this battle. And into the left rear. Into the left rear. We've got a contact in caution. Ooh. Romney and Fernandez. Hard, heavy fought battle. Going on. A little bit of a racing incident there, we believe, but let's go check the sim box replay. Up the track a little, down the track a little bit, contact with that right rear quarter and into the outside wall goes Fernandez. We're going to see if we got one more look at it here, guys. Can we get another look? There it is. You can see Romney right there. You can see him try to slow it down. You can see him try to get away from him a little bit. Let's see if we can't get to it again. One more time here, guys. You see him right there. He's going to the right, trying to get away from him, but just can't. Well, even in slow motion, still can't avoid the accident. So that's going to slow things down just a little bit here from Nashville Super Speedway. Pit lane open for the first time here tonight as drivers bring the machines to the attention of the pit crew. Caution on lap number 32. We're going to take the opportunity to step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back live from Nashville.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And back live trackside here from Nashville Super Speedway. Caution flies for the first time here on lap number 32. Contact between two drivers running inside of your top 10. Roy Fernandez, Logan Romney gonna have a little bit of contact, and it is going to destroy the front end of that 7 of Romney. A tough break for the Toyota team, as he's going to head back behind pit wall. His day is done. Stephen Ayers Jr. going to pull the 62 Ford Mustang behind pit wall as well. Meanwhile, Roy Fernandez and his crew. Fernandez out of the car with a sledgehammer right now, trying to beat that thing back into some sort of racing shape. And look out on track. Justin Gann, problems early. He's going to have to take a wave around to get himself back on to the lead lap. From starting outside pole position to needing a wave around during our first caution, Justin Gann had a big time issue. So a little over the quarter mark in tonight's country time, 125. We're going to get set to unleash the beasts once again here on this mile and a third track nestled in beautiful Lebanon, Tennessee, just about 20 miles northeast of Nashville. Some of the country music stars rubbing elbows in the suites. We've got some heat on the track as Norwood going to take the pace car back down pit road. We're going to get set to roll again, and away we go. Green flag was once again here from Nashville. Again, we're seeing Dutton step away right off of the restart, stepping out to a car length and a half down into turn number 3. Jockey positions drivers around that 8th, 9th, 10th position. Let's go back here with Freeze, Haynes, McNeil, and Duncan. This early caution, it also benefits, let's keep in mind, John English was falling through the field. It took, oh my goodness. It took and put a stop in that backward slide. Ooh, a little bit of a slide right there. You can see some dust, some smoke coming off the right rear for Wimbish. 2-3 wide on the front stretch. Oh, they're going to have to sort this out. Burroughs going to take the position as Wimbish backs out. That's going to open up the door for Justin Gann on the bottom of the racetrack. And I'm telling you, there's more racing in the back than there is at the front right now. These guys jockeying for position, giving it everything they got, trying to get their way to the front of the field. We've got a battle between the motorboy companies right here. Valvoline versus Valvoline as they head back in the turn number 1. It's red versus blue. You know me, you know I'm going with Wimbish. We'll just leave it at that point. And moving on. Let's move right on to the European trio. Entanglement for the final position on the podium. With 87 of Anthony Freeze. Trying to put that serve pro machine back into the top 3. He's got to get by Jerry Pack in the third place. The Gracie J photography 72. Looking pretty quick here tonight, trying to track down Dutton and Cray at the front of the field. So the dynamic duo that we talked about when we came on air tonight. Out front and stepping away. Handful of laps going to go on the board after the restart. And drop the time and score. Back over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along and find your favorite driver in the field here tonight. And somehow, guys, we did it. Guys, you got one job over there, and that's to fix the ticker, and you didn't get the job done. Gonna have to talk about this, man. Yeah, one job. Kill it. It's all right. We like to talk to each other like that here in the booth sometimes. You know, it lights a fire under each other's fireplace. Anyways, we're going to get back to the action of the task at hand. 44 laps on the board here tonight. The country time at 1:25. Every single lap led here tonight has been by your pole sitter, Bailey Dalton, looking to make it a three-peat here in the Xfinity Series. Can he possibly rattle off 3 wins in a row? Can this team at the front? I know cousin Jess out there in the chat that's watching, I know she's going to be happy with the domination that these two have had so far this season, but their fellow competitors, guys, it's got to be getting old. You got to do something here. I'm going to have a few crew chiefs calling at the end of the night. Talking about, Dave, what's going on in the booth? Just play. I like to poke fun. Big battle still out there on the track. I mean, Todd Gray has only opened up by about, it looks to be about a 1.2 second advantage. So the 3 tangling for that third position. Still within touch. Still can see the race leaders trying to run it down. We're going to go back here. Justin Dan searching for positions, bottom of the racetrack, trying to follow a fellow Toyota through the field. Casey Duncan, that Sir Curly leading machine, opened up the door on the inside of Kevin Burns. Justin Gann jumped right on it. Now John Wimbish says, thank you, sir. Looking to get the nose of his 56 to the inside now. Entire field making the stop under on caution conditions back on lap number 33. So all these drivers were able to top off on fuel. Everybody going to be able to go just about the same distance. We'll see if we've got any strategizers out there. And when that does, that also switches the strategies for some of these crew chiefs. 33, a little bit of an odd number, right? Guys with 3 sets of tires in the pits. Everybody grabbing a set here. They've got 2 more sets. When will we see that round of green flag pit stops? I would expect to see these guys in about another 20 laps or so. That's when I would expect to see these guys come down pit road around lap 70 to 75. And that should put us just over the 105 mark before drivers have to hit pit road again. When we have anybody trying to stretch it out to just a flat-out 2-stopper from here. or could, oh, yeah, two-stop or potential. If they could stretch this to about lap 80, which is a big ask, right? That's going to be another 30 laps from now, plus the about 19 that they've already run. That's going to be asking about 40, 50 laps out of a tank of fuel. If they can somehow produce that, you may see a potential one-stop strategy. And I don't know, if you're sitting back there around the battles that are on screen right now, with Burrow, Seats, McNeil, May, you're deep in the field. Right? You're going to need a caution to catch up. So why not? Right? Why not see if you could play a little strategy games? Why not find out if it'll work? That's what I'd go to. That's just me. I'm going to jump around the track just a little bit here, back riding with the 21 of Brandon Freeze, John Wimbish meet in the middle. I would say Malcolm in the middle, but, you know, Malcolm in the middle, you know, he's a race car driver now, too. If you didn't catch him out there this past weekend at Phoenix, let you know, getting old when Malcolm in the middle is no longer that. We'll leave it alone. Leave it alone. Back here with the Surf Pro 87 machine of Anthony Keys. Let's go for a ride along with the fast Ford in the field here tonight, representing those blue ovals at the front. Let's go on board. Get a little taste of the track here at Nashville. Slightly banked in this long, stretched out front stretch. Closing in just a little bit there on the exit of turn number 2. Big run into 3 here. Here, way out of throttle, nail the gas and light right into it. There was no easing into the throttle there for Anthony Keys. He's going to nail the gas and try to stick it right to the floorboard. Really closing in on these corner entries now. 72. Jerry Cochran the third, maybe struggling with some of the grip now. We work our way through the middle portions of this green flag run. Big shout out PK. How you doing out there in the chat? Good. Glad to see you checking in. How you doing, bud? Hope everything's well with you. You know where to find me. You can always hit me up anytime you need to. Good to see you checking in with us. Thank you for the support. And tell everybody I said what's up. We'll get back to the action live trackside here in the country time, 1:25. For Swift MotorSports Airs I Racing Paints Xfinity Series, you can see there that the Navy sponsor machine. Let's go here with Jason Branch. Can we get a camera on Branch, guys? Can we? Thank you, sir. There it is. The Navy sponsored 28. He's in the back of the field. He qualified in the 12th position, now sitting in 6th. Working his way slowly but surely towards the front. And this is where he's found himself the majority of the night. Kind of in no man's land. Decent gap to the drivers in front. Decent gap to the drivers behind. So it's been a pretty nice Sunday drive here tonight on a Tuesday evening in Nashville with the driver of that 28 machine. We've got drivers to pit lane. Todd Cray coming to pit road. That's a bit early for a green flag pit cycle. Todd Cray may be attempting to get way off strategy here. Looks like Cray's crew chief banking this thing is going to go green flag from here on out. Calling Cray to pit lane a bit early here in Nashville. Just a couple of laps away from the halfway point. We're going to begin this trek early. What do you say we give you your highlights and spotlights, your mid-race report here tonight at the Country Time 125, brought to you by Swift MotorSports and Ayers Eye Racing Paints. We started with 18 drivers on the grid. We are down to just 15. On the track, still 14 on the lead lap. Todd Craig coming down pit road, grabbing his first round of green flag pit stops. Will fall off the lead lap for the time being. Look for Craig to get back to the front as this green flag run cycles its way on out. Driver highlights going to look a little like this out front, showing the way here tonight from Nashville Super Speedway, the Assassin Motorsports number 26 of Bailey Dutton. Dominating performance here tonight, snatching the pole position. He's led every single lap here tonight, and he's only got to lead about 4 more, and he will secure the most laps led as well. So can the Kitty Cat coin sponsored 26 find the catnip, have a little fun here in Music City. I mean, can you imagine the parties this guy's about to have after going to Victory Lane with all the country music stars out there? I'm telling you what, great job here tonight. All race long for Bailey Dutton, the Georgia native, looking for his 3rd win on the season. That's going to bring us back to the Grayson Jade Photography. Virginia native, behind the wheel of his fast Camaro. Jerry Cochran up 5 positions from where he qualified. He's been inside the top 5 for the majority of the night. Look for this 72 to try to make it back-to-back nights to the post-race show. Anthony Keys in the Serve Pro 87 Fast Forward Mustang right here sitting in 3rd. Just a solid night here tonight, really, for Keys. It's been a quiet night for Keys. Qualified inside of the top 5. He's kept this Mustang running quick at the front of this field. We'll see if he's going to be able to continue this trend throughout the rest of the night. Cody Sleeper hot on the trail right behind him. The Lansing, Michigan native, looking to get that Detroit gasket MGM brakes. 0-1, a little closer to the front of the field, and rounding out your highlights and spotlights, your biggest mover of the night, the Palace Construction number 21 machine, the Toyota Supra, looking for some positions. Brandon Freeze running in 5th. And right as we end our highlights and spotlights, we're going to have green flag pit stops heavily underway now. Cody Sleeper, Casey Duncan, both onto pit road. Looks like Jason Branch in the 28 also going to head to pit road. You see Justin Can heading to pit road this time around. Bailey Dutton going to continue to trek out there on the track. And we said we'd see drivers about lap 70, 75. They're going to pull their drivers down pit road a little bit earlier here. Possible that crew chief seen Todd Cray onto pit road back at lap 58. Decided, you know what, 7-8 laps difference, that might be a little bit too much, so let's go ahead and bring it to pit road this time around. The big measuring stick is going to be Bailey Dutton right here, who continues to stay out on track. Kevin Burrows, Dave Seats going to be called to pit lane this last time around. As Dutton Cochran the 3rd, Keys, Haynes, Freeze, Wimbish, and May all remain out on the racetrack. Your top 7 going to extend this run a bit longer still. That gap, that difference in the lap times. Bailey Dutton last time around a 31.81. Todd Gray, those French tires, just a 30.76. So still right at that 1 second quicker a lap. It's really not been overly terrible. I don't know. Let's see if that's quite the words. Bailey doesn't get a pull to pit road this time around. That's going to give us our first new race leader of the night for the first time here tonight. We've got another driver out front showing the way in the 72 of Jerry Cochran the third, going to take it over. The race lead has Bailey Dutton and Brandon Freese both to pit road. And coming to pit lane this time around, the 72 going to come down the access road and head to pit lane. Anthony Keys doing the same. 17 of Tommy Haynes going to stay out on the racetrack. The Prime Energy sponsored Chevy Camaro, he looks to lead a lap. No points handed out for leading laps here when Swift Motorsports airs iRacing Paints Xfinity Series. It's one of those more of a prideful moment type deals, right? Where you can say, you know, I led a lap. You can look through the stats towards the end of the season and really see where you stacked up. You led a handful of laps. You got some good top 5s, some good top 10s. You can feel good about yourself. And not just that, but it could be a complete strategy play. We said about lap 75. If they can somehow push it to closer to 80, they may be able to do this thing with just one more stop. We know Todd Cray, who pitted back on lap 58, there's no way he's making it all the way to the end. He's gonna have to pit again. And Bailey Dutton, lap 70 on the pit road. Possible that he may be able to stretch the fuel. It's gonna be very close. I think he's gonna be about 10 laps shy though. Giving up a good chunk of track position right now, staying out on this extended run is Tommy Haynes. He's going to be well behind your race leaders when this thing cycles itself out. He's going to have amazing tires. I mean, sitting right now, almost 20 lap fresher tires than the man running in third, Todd Cray. Cray, for all intents and purposes, will become the race leader once this green flag run cycles itself out. And here it is, Tommy Haynes going to throw the hand out the window and head to pit road this time around. We'll look to see if we have a fourth race leader here tonight. See the number 5 machine heading down the back stretch. What does Gary May do? Todd Cray back in the distance. Man, on an island right now. And May gonna stay out? Yes, indeed. Gary May gonna become our fourth different race leader here tonight of the country time 1:25. We are well past the halfway point. Only one caution here tonight. Back on lap number 32. An argument over real estate for some prime spots. Here in the country time 1:25. Both of those drivers have been relegated behind pit wall. Early exit for 3 in the field here tonight. The Cuban Missile Rocket, Roy Fernandez with an early exit. Stephen Ayers Jr. joined with Logan Bromley back behind the wall here at Nashville. So 3 drivers with misfortune. A handful of drivers looking to chin their chips and go two-stepping on a Tuesday night in the victory lane with some of country music stars, biggest stars, in attendance here tonight. We do got a battle. Let's go back to this battle right here. Here we go. Let's go with Justin Gannon and Jason Branch. It's going to be a short-lived battle. Wanted to bring it to you while we had the opportunity. About a 3-lap difference on the tires. between these two guys. Branch with the older tires, Gann with a little bit of an advantage. Takes it to the high side, now slowly begins to creep that Super away from the Prince and Stallion and Ford Mustang. Branch throwing the kitchen sink at it right now. There it is, Gary May gonna head to pit road. That's gonna hand the race lead over to Todd Cray. So for the first time here tonight, Todd Cray gonna see the top of the scoring pylon take over the race lead, become our fifth leader of tonight's race here from Nashville Super Speedway. Back to this one now, Bailey Dutton, Cody Sleeper going at it, second and third on the racetrack, down on the bottom. Smooth as chicken lips through 3 and 4. Man, what a run there by Dutton. So there it is, 12 lap difference on the pit cycle between Todd Cray and Bailey Dutton. It has translated into over a 3-second advantage for Todd Cray. From this point, if you're Cray, what do you do from here? Do you go all out? Do you go all in and try to push the tires just as hard as you possibly can, knowing that you've only got about 45 laps remaining here tonight? You still have to make one more pit stop. Do you go ahead and just go all out as hard as you can, pull it to pit road, get that final set of fresh Goodyear rubbers, and get out there as quickly as possible? And it looks like that may be an afterthought. Todd Cray, trouble here for Cray. He was into the outside wall just moments ago. Little bit of scrapes there just past the numbers on that right-hand side of the Black Rifle Coffee Company. There it is, more contact with the outside wall. Cray struggling now with the handling at the front of the field. As Bailey Dutton closes in on Todd Cray. Let's go back here to the battle with Kevin Burrows. Let's go back here. 2-3 drivers battling for position. See Gary May just off in the background here. That number 5 listed as the first and only driver 1 lap down. But he has got the freshest tires in the field. Lap 78 is when he came to pit road. And we think he may be the closest being able to try to run this thing from here on out. Short work at the front. Bailey Dutton gonna go back to the point. 6th lead change of the night as Dutton reclaims that top spot. Gonna jump around and try to find you some battles here. Let's go here. This is the closest battle on the racetrack. Let's go right here. With this 14 of Dave Seats. He's got Kevin Burrows about a half a second back. Burrows in the 23, looking to try to reel him in. He's had a little bit of a struggle here getting away from Gary May. And May's just kind of waiting in the wings, laying in the weeds a little bit here. Wonder if he may be trying to save a little bit of fuel. Just staying in the draft, staying in those tire tracks, trying to get a little bit of a tow around this 1.3-mile track. Trying to give himself a better opportunity, a better chance to be able to make it all the way to the end here tonight. We're going to head now to the front. Cody Sleeper starting to close in on Todd Cray. Losing some time here with the much older tires We knew Cray was going to start struggling at some point. But we're getting close to just 35 laps to go. That is more than enough time to come to pit road, get your final set of tires, get back on track, and work your way to the front of the field. 3.2 second, so a 6-second swing is what we're looking at. And you know what? I don't like to play crew chief to these drivers, but I'm calling Todd Cray to pit road. Buddy, this time by, I need you to look at your marks, look at those entry points. We're coming next time around. Get those marks. We need to nail this pit stop. This is going to be the last time we're on pit road. We're going to need to be the money stop. I'm going to need you to be the best you can be. We're going to be the best we can be. But I need you to do your job. We'll see when the crew calls that 22 down. For the moment, let's go back again, side by side. Justin Gann charging to the front. Remember back 60 laps ago, we talked about that 30 Assassins Motorsports Toyota Supra needing a wave around. Had an issue coming to pit road, and on pit road, fell off the lead lap, needed a wave around to get back on the lead lap. And here he is, 60 laps later, reeling in drivers inside of the top 5. Cody Sleeper going to give up the fight with Todd Cray. Sleeper, they must have somebody out there listening. He's going to pull the strategy that we thought Cray was. Sleeper to pit road for the final time. Sleeper gonna fall one lap down. More importantly, he is not listed in the lucky dog position. He's gonna have to make quick work of the 12 of Logan McNeil. He cannot afford to see a caution flag fly. More importantly, the strategy for Gary May, it's going out the window. With Cody Sleeper coming down pit road, getting back out onto the racetrack without Gary May getting by, that has washed out the long-run strategy for Gary May. He's got to hope he can leapfrog a handful of these guys as the race unfolds with these final 31, 32 laps that we have laid out in front of us as more drivers hit pit road. Casey Duncan into pit lane. Jason Branch going to come to pit road this time around. Meanwhile, out front, let's watch this battle. Second and third going at it on the racetrack. They've got Justin Gann right behind him. Into the outside wall, but what a run here for Todd Cray. Extending this fuel run here. We've seen him come to pit road early for the first round of green flag pit stops, extending his second stint to try to get back into some range of equal playing ground. But I don't think that's the right strategy. And there it is, waving the white flag. It's like he heard us. Todd Cray to pit lane. And with that move to pit road, looks like it caught Justin Gann off guard a little bit. Gann going to give up some ground to Jerry Cochran the third. Out front, meanwhile, though, Bailey Dutton, comfortable race lead, 6.5 second advantage over Jerry Cochran the third, Justin Gann, Kevin Burrows, and Dave Seats. Round down your top 5. Gonna head around the track a little bit. Let's get some of the beautiful sights from around this 1.3 mile racetrack located 20 miles northeast of Nashville. That's right, the country music stars all up in the suites up there looking down. We're gonna have a party after this one. It's gonna be a big time. I'm telling you, if you ain't ever been to a party in Nashville, you ain't partying. I'm telling you, there's some people that are, oh, the West Coast is where it's at. Nah, I'm telling you. Go to a party in Nashville. Then we'll talk. A lot of the battle's dissipating, but we're going to go back here. We found one on track. We've got drivers that have already made their green flag pit stops, and we've got drivers trying to hold on to positions. Tommy Haynes, Brandon Freeze, they're going to get split by the fresh tires of Todd Cray. Cray going to close in on the tail end of Justin Gann, inching closer and closer to putting himself back onto the lead lap. Jason Branch going to follow suit as well. Right at that 100 lap mark with just 26 remaining. A lot still on the line as Bailey Dutton pulls to pit road for what should be his final stop behind Bailey Dutton, the pit road. Jerry Cochran III going to follow him down pit lane. Kevin Burrows looking to take over the race lead. We're going to keep our eye on it here. We've got Cody Sleeper, Justin Gann, Todd Cray. All with fresh tires, all up to speed, all pretty much nose to tail on the speedway. They're going to leapfrog Bailey Dutton. Cody Sleeper going to make his way by Dutton. Todd Cray and Justin Gann unable to make that jump. They're going to be all over Jerry Cochran III. Let's go back here. As Cochran makes his way off of pit road, there you can see Justin Gann as well as Todd Cray making their way by Justin Branch now into the mix, but the fresh tire advantage to Jerry Cochran. Bailey Dutton right here. He's been able to keep himself out front. Let's take a look right here. Man, these green flag pit stops got the field all sorts of jumbled up. Burrows, Haynes, seats remain on the racetrack. Freshest tires in the field for the moment. Sitting in fifth, Bailey Dutton, the pit road with 26 laps to go. Brandon Freeze gonna fall deep in the running order. Freeze gonna fall back to the 12th position now. Bailey Dutton, we cannot say enough about the performance here tonight. Out of this Kitty Cat Coin Assassin Motorsports number 26 machine. Led well over half of the laps of the race here tonight. Walked away with the pole position. Walking away with it right now. 6.5 second advantage from Bailey Dutton back to Justin Gann. But Cody Sleeper a half a second out front. There you can see that 01 machine. A great strategy here for Sleeper. I think it's going to parlay him into a podium finish. He's going to be hard-pressed to keep that fast 26 behind him. But we're going to watch the battle unfold. We're going to stay right here. As a matter of fact, can we go? Do we got an onboard, overhead onboard? We got that one. There we go. This is 100%. I love it. Barros on corner exit of turn number 2. Drag brings down the backstretch and into 3 to the bottom. He rolls, takes the position away. Bailey Dutton moves himself to what should be the eventual race lead when your top 3 do decide to come to pit road. But what a run here for these guys at the front. Tommy Haynes, Kevin Burns, Dave Seats extending this fuel run here. The Prime Energy Drink Prime.com, number 17 Camaro out front, showing the way. Kevin Burrows onto pit road. That leaves just Haynes and Seats yet to hit pit lane. In trouble for Bailey Dutton. Bailey Dutton to pit road. Bailey Dutton to pit road. Oh no. We're trying to get word. We're trying to listen to some radio chatter there, see what may have happened to Dutton. Did he not get enough fuel? Can you imagine? Oh, man. Oh, man. Bailey Dutton having to make an extra stop. Trouble for Dutton with less than 20 to go. The dominating race car and driver down, out, off of the lead lap. Man, that's tough. That is tough. Seat's going to work his way to pit lane. That's going to leave Haynes as the only driver yet to hit pit road. He was last to pit road back on lap number 75. That's going to be asking for 50 laps out of a tank in tires. 50, I think, may be stretching it. 40 to 45 possible. 50, I don't think is a thing. We're going to see if Haynes continues to stay out there as we continue to click these laps off. We'll have 15 to go this time by. Less than 20 miles of racing action laid out in front of these drivers here as we reach the final few laps in the country time, 1:25. What a race, what a night. Only one caution early here tonight back on the lap. Number 32, we have been clean and green ever since. Green flag pit stops have separated the field. Mistakes being made. Domination destroyed. Bailey Dutton. Man, that's going to be a hard one to... Man, we're going to talk about this for a while. Tough deal. Tough break. And it just goes to show you everybody has got to be on the same page. Walking away with a race win, it's not as easy as it may appear to be. It's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot that has to happen. There's a lot that has to unfold. And everybody has got to do their job. Lap in, lap out, time after time. And unfortunately, for that 26, somebody is going to be having some words with the bosses when they get back home. Wouldn't want to be in that room because somebody's rear end probably ain't going to be feeling too good. And Haynes not going to make the attempt at it. Whoa, big slide. Big slide for Haynes on the access road, almost back out onto the track. And then number 17, Prime Energy Drink. Onto pit road, a little bit of a rough stop there, trying to come to pit road, and he's going to slide it. into the box. Ooh, Tommy Haynes with some trouble on the pit lane. So 2 drivers now bitten by the pit road bug late in the goings. That's going to hand the race lead over to this man right here, the Lansing, Michigan native, looking for the front. And do you remember week 1? Do you remember week 2? Heck, do you remember last time we were on the racetrack at Daytona? I've said it week in and week out. This man right here was going to get to victory lane. I've said it all season long. It's been a short ride so far this season. Don't get us wrong. But we told you. We told him in post-race interviews. He's got the talent. He's got the speed. And it took both of those aspects to get it done here tonight. Even before the trouble for Bailey Dutton. After this last round of green flag pit stops, this 0-1 was out in front of Dutton by a handful of seconds. We talked about a key word last night in the Performance Motorsports Truck Series right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with Swift MotorSports. We talked about the word execute. It's one thing to lay out the plan. It's another to execute that plan. Your pit crew has got to execute perfectly, seamlessly when you bring the car to them. You have got to maximize your on and off laps on the pit road. You have got to execute from start to finish. And here tonight, Cody Sleeper showing why that word and why that action is so important. As long as you execute what needs to be done, if you do your job, you can find yourself in a position for a race win. We're less than 10 laps to go, 6 laps when we cross the line. This time around, Jerry Cochran III, 9-lap fresher tires. He's creeping into the picture. You can see him in the background. He is closing the distance about 0.2 of a second faster last time around. Justin Gant also closing in. Now just a 3-second deficit back to Gann. Todd Craig, a little bit out of touch, sitting back in that 4th position. Jason Branch rounding out your top 5. Now back across the stripe. High 5 from the boss man at the flag stand. We're going to have ourselves just 5 laps to go. We're going to get down. We're going to have a battle for the race win here. I'm telling you, this is not over yet. These two guys going to go at it here. We're going to watch this thing unfold. Cody Sleeper out front showing the way. You see him right there fly by. It's Jerry Cochran III. Hot on the trail, man. He is right there. He's trying to make something happen. We're going to work our way off of 4 this time around. 3 laps to go. 4 miles of racing remain. And the country time, 1:25 for Swift MotorSports. Ayers Eye Racing paints. Real quick, if you haven't already here tonight, show these drivers some love and appreciation, man. I'm telling you, almost 100 laps of green flag action underneath their belt here tonight. So if you haven't already, be sure you drop these guys that thumbs up. We're going to work our way off of 2 red popsicle sticks now on display. Just 2 miles of racing action remain. 2 laps remain. Man, this may be This may be a last lap pass. Drama building late in the country time. 125. We're going to work our way off of 4. Back across the stripe. White flag flies. Final lap here from Nashville Super Speedway. The one to go. With Swift MotorSports airs iRacing Paints Xfinity Series through 1 and 2. Out on the trail, here comes that 72 to the high side. Side by side down the backstretch, it's a drag race into 3. Race lead on the line. Will they touch the outside with the momentum? Jerry Cochran III got it off of 4. What a run through the corner. Back across the stripe, checkered flag flies. What a finish. What a run, Jerry Cochran III. What a finish, man. Coming to the end, this guy right here laid it all out on the line, and he will walk away with his first checkered flag of the season. Your race winner behind the wheel of that Grayson Jade photography, number 72 Camaro, the Virginia native, gonna show him some love. In the stands on the front stretch, he's going to give a post-race smoke show. So as he enjoys his post-race celebrations, we're going to step back for just a brief moment. Get things set up and ready to go for our post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside here from Nashville Super Speedway at the conclusion of tonight's Country Time 125. What a race, what a night, what a finish. We'll get to some of that here in just a moment, but first, let's see if we can't pull your first podium driver here tonight. The man behind the wheel of that number 30 machine started outside pole position. Gonna finish third here tonight. Justin, is Dave. You got a copy?
I got you, Dave.
Man, great finish, first and foremost. But what happened, man? How'd you end up needing to take that wave around so early here tonight? What happened?
Yeah, well, honestly, I didn't expect any cautions tonight, and so I was just playing my pit strategy out, trying to get every little advantage, and I had pit as soon as I hit pit road, the caution fell, and I mean, it just put me to the back. So, um, unfortunately, I had to work myself all the way back up, and it's tough. That dirty air is rough on you, so I just couldn't make it all the way back to the front.
So now we know the name of the track is Nashville Super Speedway, but is there anything super about this speedway? I mean, it doesn't race like our typical super speedways. What's your thoughts on this place?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy it here. I feel like I usually do pretty well, easy top five for me, um, if not a win. I feel like I don't think I had anything for Bailey. Unfortunately, he got a penalty there at the end, but I think I had a strong second place, easy. But yeah, it doesn't race like any super speedway I've ever been on, but it, it you can get some high speeds, not quite so much banking, so you got to slow down quite a bit. Is really where it gets you.
Well, man, Justin, you provided the fans in the stands with one heck of a show, working your way all the way back up through the field as this thing concluded under green flag conditions. Great run for you and the team to get back to the front. Great points day. You know the drill, so we're going to be quiet, and the mic is yours.
All right, give a shout out to everybody over there at Performance Motorsports, Hyperdrive Racing, Sim Magic, everybody behind the scenes over there at Swift. You guys over there at Turn 3 putting on the broadcast for us every week. We really appreciate that, and just all the hard work of all the drivers putting on these low caution races or no caution races sometimes. So definitely shout out to them.
Yeah, an amazing job so far over the opening 4 weeks of racing action here. We're going to put you guys to the test. We're going to go to the first short track of the season next week at Richmond. So, Justin, we'll wait to see how you go there. And until then, stay safe. And as always, of course, keep it fast.
I might go around there, so we'll see.
Well, that's the idea. See, you got to go around the track to win, man. You can't just start.
Yeah,
I mean,
I might just go around in 360s.
Yeah, that's never good. Never good. Never good. It's not ice skating, man. We're not giving out points for that.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, my man. Well, good to catch up with you in the post-race show again. We'll try to see if we can't talk again at Richmond.
Appreciate it, Dave.
All right, a little bit of fun there with the man that started outside pole position. A little bit of a rough go coming to pit road, catching the caution flag. Had to work his way all the way back up through the field, but the Virginia Beach native will get it done. Justin Gann will finish on the podium here tonight, and that's going to lead us right along the list to another driver that finished on the podium here tonight, on the cusp of that first victory. Going to fall just shy. Let's see if we can't dial up the Michigan native here. Cody, it's Dave. You got us?
Hey, Dave. Gotcha.
Oh, man, talking to us again, but not from Victory Lane, man. We thought you had it here tonight. What was going through your mind all over the course of those last 5 laps?
Oh man, yeah. This one hurts a little bit. It's sweet to get the second, but to have have the win right in front of you, and then on the last lap, kind of giving it away. But that last run was really just trying to run it as much as I could, get the most out of the car as I could. And towards the end, she just started to get a little loose, and that last lap going into turn 1, I drove it in just a little too deep, and it got a little sideways coming out, and then Jerry got a run on me, and I had that thought cross my mind. I was like, oh, I could block him right here, but I just couldn't do it. So it was a good run. It was a good win for him, and I'm glad we came away with a second.
Well, man, a good points day is never anything to be sad about or hang your head about. We I don't want to say we've been building you up because you're doing a fine job of that yourself out there with the race performances week in and week out. That win, it's right around the corner. We know it's coming. Just continue to do what you do, man. We're a big fan up here for you. We're gonna be rooting you on. I know you got some fans out there doing the same. So congratulations on the great run here tonight. But before we let you go, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, sure. As always, got to thank the guys that I race with, Roy, Justin, Casey, and just those group of guys. It's always fun linking up with them, and racing with them, and really as always, got to thank Don and Justin and all the admins that kind of put the pieces in place and allow this to be one of the better leagues I think in iRacing. Um, and then again, this kind of same order, but last but not least, always got to thank you, Dave, for putting on the broadcast and putting it out there for people to see.
Well, man, we appreciate the kind words. I know your competitors and the owners and the admins of the league appreciate the kind words. You just keep doing what you're doing out there, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna get
Yeah,
one
we'll get there.
or more wins. I promise you, Cody. It's right there, man. You got it. I'm telling you, you do. But with all that being said, we're gonna hit a short track next week, so we'll see how we go about things under the lights at Richmond Raceway next week. But until then, stay safe and as always, keep it fast.
Yep. Thank you, Dave.
All right, there it is. Final words here tonight from Cody Sleeper as he pulls that 0-1 home into second here tonight. And that's going to move us right along into victory lane. Let's head right in to the Performance Motorsports victory lane, celebrating the first win of the season. On top of that, 72 Grayson Shade photography machine. Climb on down, Jerry. How you feeling? How you doing after getting that check mark in the win column?
Man, Dave, what a race. What a race, man. I was sweating. I thought I was sweating last night, Dave. Man, I think I lost a few pounds tonight sweating. I never thought I would have got to him, but when I did, and he gave me a couple opportunities, he messed up a few times, man, and man, what a race. I'm lost for words, Dave.
Well, I don't want to say you spoke it into existence. Some people believe in those things, manifestation and things of that nature, a karma, if you will, things like that. But last night, we talked to you in the post-race show at Richmond in the Performance Motorsports Truck Series, and you talked about being back in the post-race show here tonight. You're walking into the Performance Motorsports victory lane, so any correlation there? You going to talk yourself into another win or a podium next Monday night?
I need it on Monday night now, Dave. I need to get locked in the championship. I had to miss the other week, so I'm kind of on the outside looking in. I got some work to do on Monday. This right here was a big plus, man. I really needed this to help me get locked in. It's so many good guys in the league, man. It's easy for 10 guys to win it just like that, in their yard. But yeah, it'd be nice, but right now we're gonna take this one. We're gonna enjoy the second place last night, first place tonight, man, and we're gonna party it up.
Absolutely. Well, remember to rub elbows with some of country music stars' finest, watching you get to victory lane here tonight. So before we let you go and finish spraying the champagne and maybe having a little bit of Jack, it's the home place. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop right there before we get ourselves in trouble. But you want to give any special thanks, shout outs, love yous, anything like that?
Yes, sir. I'll start with the league. Don, Andy, Justin, everybody behind the scenes here at Swift. Great job what they do here. Love the league. Love everybody in here. It's a great group of guys. Turn 3, you yourself, Dave, everything you do, taking the time out to do this, you do a great job as well. And then, of course, I would not be here without my lovely wife, Grayson J Photography, Velocita. And, yeah, man, thank y'all for everything.
Well, Jerry, man, it's been a pleasure catching up with you the multiple times so far this season. We hope you keep this thing on a roll. We'll see how you go next Monday night, or this coming Monday night, however you want to look at it. But until then, we know you're going to keep it fast, so just remember to Keep it safe and out of that outside wall. Until next time, my friend, man, enjoy this win.
Yes, sir. Most indeed. See you Monday night, Dave. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final words from the Performance Motorsports victory lane here tonight. First checkered flag of the season for Jerry Cochran III. He's going to slot himself into the postseason action that we have slated in just a handful of weeks. It's not a very long season. Very important to get yourselves locked in early, getting the job done here tonight from Nashville Super Speedway. Behind the wheel of that Grayson Jade photography, number 72 machine, Jerry Cochran III. Got to take away the checkered flag here tonight. Only one caution to slow the field down. One of the very few cautions here on Tuesday night with the Ayers Eye Racing Paints Xfinity Series. Job well done. Can't ask for much more than what we had here tonight. Over 85 laps of green flag action out of the 125 laps in the official race distance. Just a phenomenal night, phenomenal race. And with producers hitting the buttons in the background, you know the sounds. You know it's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. The country time, 125, walking away with checkered flag in hand behind the wheel of the 72 machine, Jerry Cochran III will take the top spot, with Cody Sleeper coming home in second, Justin Gann in third, Todd Cray finishes in fourth, with Jason Branch rounding out your top five. Sliding home in sixth here tonight, your pole sitter, he led the most laps, but Bailey Dutton will finish in sixth. Kevin Burrows, seventh. Eighth place tonight belongs to Dave Seats, with Brandon Freeze finishing in ninth in the 56 of John Wimbish, rounding out your top 10. Casey Duncan, 11th, 12th place tonight belongs to Tommy Haynes, Logan McNeil, with Gary May and Anthony Keys, your top 15. Cuban Missile Rocket Roy Fernandez finishes in 16th. 17th belongs to the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. and the 7 of Logan Romney. We'll finish out the 18-car field. That's going to do it for us here tonight. We're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords and get ready for next week's action. But until then, if you haven't already, remember to drop these drivers that thumbs up. Join us in that push to 4,000 subscribers. Again, drop the thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.